Blog Talk Radio.
Good morning. My name is Davida Shimsky, and I'm the host of Live Without Limits. Today's show is titled 5 Sexy Secrets to Creating a Presentation That Wins 100% of the Time. With so many people starting online businesses today, what they're doing is creating a lifestyle for themselves, because with an online business, you have a website where you have your products and services, and you have to reach your customers and your prospects in a certain way. Therefore, what you need to consider is this: digital marketing. For so many people who are so used to the old system of brick and mortar store, where they market through newspapers, through television ads, through word of mouth advertising or referrals, the technology has changed how we do business today, and you really do need to look at alternative ways of selling yourself. One of the things that I find is when I'm on Quora, I will see a bunch of questions that are constantly asking, I have an ebook. How do I market it? Simple. Create a sales funnel online. And how do you do that? Well, you build a website. And what a sales funnel is it's a journey that you send your prospects on, so that you not only get the sale, but that you get their name and email address so that you can keep in touch with them and build a relationship. Everything should be done in reverse. Raise your hand if you ever had a great idea and spent days or months building out an incredible program, service, course first, and then thought, okay, now I need to market this. Not Russell. He does everything backwards. The marketing drives the entire machine of the product to be produced. He's looking at everything through the lens of how compelling is this? How irresistible is this? How sexy is it? How results-driven is it? And what are the false beliefs keeping someone from believing in it? If you're struggling to write a webinar for a product you built, the problem might be that the webinar. It might be that you built something without letting the marketing of that thing be in charge. Next time, write a webinar registration page first. Then it'll force you to think of the things that matter most: the hook, the headline, the framework, and these 3 secrets. And remember, all of this is something that you are marketing in a webinar sales funnel, that you want people to sign up for your webinar, but you have to send them on the journey on how to get them to actually purchase from you. Tips for a high-converting webinar registration page. It's not the thing, it's the marketing of the thing that counts. This is what so many entrepreneurs that build a business online don't understand today: how to market online. And it's totally different than how you market offline. Because yes, you can still use those newsletters, those magazines, those television ads, and radio ads, but those run into a lot of money, far more money than you can pay just by marketing online and understanding how to use digital marketing in your business and framework for growing your business. Brainstorm your framework until it's a doodle. You see Russell's doodles, right? They're really simple. And simple is not less valuable than complex. In fact, just the opposite. Just look at Apple products. When Apple came out with the iMac, the one that didn't have a base unit, just a monitor, it was a simple design. There was also just one button. Each and every model that came out became more simple and streamlined. The newest iPhone doesn't even have the home button or headphone input. The same goes for a presentation. Your framework will most likely start out complex and a bit confusing. Keep working on it until you get it down to one doodle. Your doodle will force you to keep the main foundational pieces clear in your mind. It'll give you the roadmap and blueprint for your teaching so that you don't go off track. It also helps your customer and prospects follow along. Remember, they're not experts in your field. You are. They may be geeking out on the slight nuances of your topic, but most of your customers just want enough information and education to see the results that they want. So remember this, when you're looking at working a business, understanding how to use it in a way that it's not only beneficial to you, but that it's beneficial to everyone else that you're working with, then you need to look at things that you can do that can truly help you build that business. And think about all of the things that you truly need to understand when it comes to growing your business, because everything that you do also encompasses how you build that business today. We've been understanding or needing to understand just how to market a growing business. This is something that so many people don't always realize in how they're building their business today, or even how to build a business in the future. And that's where growing a business becomes such an important part of how your business is done. So always think about those things that truly can help you build that business that you're in and take it to the next level. The doodles within the doodles. Always remember this, that you're looking at a business in such a way that you want to grow it and you need to reach your prospects, your target market, your niche, the people that can truly use your services. Some of you might be thinking, but my teaching is too complex for a doodle. That's the funny thing about a doodle. It becomes the skeleton of what you teach. But each individual line or shape on the doodle can be infinitely expanded out. So let's look at an example that can truly help you. Okay, so here's your epiphany of what you need to think about when you're putting together a viral loop. Think of it this way, the epiphany bridge. You want the email and you want them to log in. Well, how are you going to get that? And then how are you going to create the duplication from just one person up to 1,000 or more? You're looking at a doodle of the viral loop, which is a part of a new booklet coming out soon. The doodle itself is fairly simple. It's outlining a 4-step process. However, for each of these 4 pieces, there are doodles within the doodle. I uploaded below a doodle of the number 1 and the doodles above. For instance, the Epiphany Bridge. This is where you get to. First, you come up with your backstory. What is the backstory that you have that you want to use as a jumping point for the kind of program that you are creating? So then you need to look at what are the decisions, the external decisions or the internal decisions. Then what kind of wall are you going to come up against when you are trying to build, but take it from the backstory to what it is that you are trying to build in the future? And what we're doing is looking at your journey, and that journey takes you into where you have an epiphany, which creates the new opportunity, which leads you to the plan that you want to come up with. And then you have to kind of figure out what's the conflict and how can you resolve that conflict through achievement and transformation. And when you look at that, that's actually taking you through a funnel. Your backstory leads to the epiphany, leads to a plan, leads to your conflict, leads to your achievement, and that achievement leads to your transformation. Guess what? Each of these pieces can also be drilled down even further. You can draw from doodles within doodles all day long and go deep into the complex topic. As an expert, you see all the little pieces and you try to cram them into such a doodle. Don't. Strip it down to the bones and then go back to the details. In this way, you will always be able to give a presentation to a moment's notice because you've memorized the framework. Okay, so what are we talking about here when we're talking about a sales funnel? Well, that sales funnel is what you're actually putting together when you are looking at how are you going to reach your customers. And in reaching your customers, what are your idea of how you want to truly reach all of the people that you find it interesting? And how are they going to take the journey that you want to put them in? We don't always realize the importance of how to do that. And think about it. For one thing, you are the person who truly needs to understand how to grow that business and how to reach the people that you want to reach and how your plan will help you get where it is that you want to be and how you're going to reach the people that can use your services today. This is something that people very rarely think about or very rarely understand about how to build that business or get where it is they want to be. So always plan for the future. Think of the things that you can do that can help you get your business exactly where you want it as you go along. And remember, that doodles, the things that doodle, that's your planning. That's the framework that you're coming up with on how you are going to get yourself from where you are at this point to where you want to be in the future, and what it takes for you to get there, to work it, to understand how to grow, how to put that sales funnel together, meaning that sales funnel being your opt-in page, then it can be a sales letter, or it can be a video, or it can be anything that can be educational to someone. But the idea is that once you've got their name and their email address, what kind of value are you going to give them along the way that's going to get them to want to open up your emails in the future? The 4 elements of a $3 million presentation. Many of you heard, how could you not, of the infamous 3 million presentation Russell gave at the Grant Cardone event. If you missed it, then you can catch it up. Later. If you look at his presentations and webinars, you'll see the same elements again and again. A sexy hook. This is the name of your presentation. A curious tagline or headline. This is the curiosity factor that makes people want to listen. Memorable stories. This is what gets them to care and to believe. A sexy design. You don't have to be an amazing designer, but what you present must feel and look sexy to the viewer. So, in a normal non-marketer brain, someone might make a presentation called Hook, the Social Media Mastery. Headline, How to Excel at All Social Media Platforms in 2018. Story, give statistics and examples of how much social media is growing. Design, show pictures of the platforms, the logos, or so on. And here's what this is what we're saying is when you have an autoresponder and you are sending out emails, what is that headline that you're going to come up with that's going to be the hook? And always remember that you have to build up respect for yourself by creating enough emails that get open, because if you don't, it's easy to have your emails go into spam. And what happens, because people get so many emails today, unless you have a good hook, no one's going to open up that email. And one thing I can also tell you is remember this, that you don't want to overload people with sales letters. You want people to have the kind of interest that they're going to want to open up your email, whether or not you give a sales letter or not, because you've given them information that they can use. And this pertains to almost every business you're in today. So it's important to be aware of and learn how to use all of the tools that can help you build your online business. The hook, conversation, domination, the headline, how to get your dream clients addictively binge watching you on every platform that they live on. Warning, this aggressive approach is only for those who truly believe in their message. Story. He's going to tell a story about how social media relates to the invention of the TV back in the 50s and 60s. Design, everything is going to have a retro and vintage feel to it. So always think about all of the tools. This will be presented for the first time live in a Funnel Backing Live 2018. So remember, what we've been talking about is how to create that sales funnel that is going to get you the sales that you want now. This is always something that you need to be aware of, in that how are you going to use those tools to get you exactly where you want to be and help you build your lead generation and sales for your other products. These are things that we often don't even think about today that are very important in how you are building your business now and in the future, because how you build your business today is affected by all the tools that you have at your disposal and knowing how to use them. Therefore, if you are looking at digital marketing and you don't understand how to use it effectively, you don't want to buy all of these products separately once you build your website, because then that's what's going to increase your income. But what you do want to do is find a platform where all these tools are available for just one low price, and that they teach you how to use the tools. And not only that, that they're always being aware of the technology and the advances coming along, because how they take all those tools and put it together determines exactly how you will be the most effective for what you want to do. When I first built my first website, I was on WordPress. I eventually moved to a coaching websites platform and learned how to take and tweak what I was saying as a coach to reach my clients. But it wasn't getting me any traffic, and I had to pay them extra to do my marketing for me, and yet they were not doing what needed to be done to get me the traffic for my website. And then I eventually moved it to a place called Wealthy Affiliate. But what I found was that was actually a platform that was built on WordPress, but they taught you basically how to market using advertising through Google, through Yahoo, through Bing. And their whole concept was to go out and praise Wealthy Affiliate and tell how great the platform was. But and all they did was teach you the certain basics of how to use WordPress to build a website, but they really didn't teach you how to literally sell your products and services in only two parts of digital marketing, which was keyword advertising and content marketing. Well, you also have videos, you have webinars, you have e-learning, and those were not even available. And I came across an ad for Builderall, and when I looked at it, I realized that had everything that I wanted, and for just 90 cents more of what I was paying on Wealthy Affiliate to be a premium member, I had far more tools available to me, and I could take all of those things and truly make a business out of it and have the marketing tools that I needed to grow my business. So if you're looking to build a business online you can go and the email, the domain name that you want to look for is https://7daysfree.com. Excuse me, https://7daysfree period one bestbusinessbuildingtools.com. And if you sign up for free 7-day trial, and if you upgrade for just $69.90 a month, you have access to over 30 tools that can help you build your online business. When you're Plus, you learn how to create funnels, and they have a canvas which has funnels already built for you, and all you have to do is input your information into it to market whatever product you have. When your funnel doesn't work for you, you know that your product is amazing. Okay, so let's say this again. When your funnel doesn't work and you know your product is amazing, it boils down to the hook, the headline, or the framework in how you're building that sales funnel. This is why I was in the batcave for 2 hours just banging our headline ideas with Karen, Jake, and Russell, because he knows how important these 3 pieces are to everything. At one point, we were going back and forth about one word. One word. If your funnel isn't working, have you spent at least 2 hours on your hook, headline, and framework? Have you really scrutinized everything to make sure that it's as sexy and as curious as possible? If you're not sure about your hook or headline, run a few Facebook or Twitter ads to a couple of different variations and see which one generates more clicks. If you have a list or a group, you can also crowdsource. And in essence, what you're doing here is you're using A/B testing with your autoresponder to your different lists to make sure to see which hook truly works for you. This is where having a platform that does all of these things for you is very important, because what is that doing? That's literally giving you the tools to figure out how to build that business successfully. And in Builderall, you also have a script generator where you can answer a certain amount of questions, and it will actually put out scripts that will help you with your marketing that you can incorporate into a sales funnel and say the words that will truly hook your customers to want to buy from you. Remember this, we have been talking about online marketing with building a business online, and that is digital marketing. What digital marketing is a way to reach your prospects. And how you do that depends on how well you understand building a business online. And you can go to my website, and that website is the #1, personalcareercoach.com, and you can sign up for both individual and group coaching, and we can work with you to teach you how to build a successful business today.